Right, everyone, and welcome for my post-match analysis. Very sorry that I've been away. I've been very busy with work and other stuff away from the channel. I really do apologise for every single one of you. I'm back anyway for the post-match analysis of Liverpool versus Bayern Munich, the first leg in the last 16 tie of the Champions League. Everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below with all your fellow Liverpool fans around the world. Your thoughts on the first leg of Liverpool versus Bayern Munich? We could have done with getting a goal in this first leg, but by no means. It was a very tactical game from both sets of teams, especially the German side, knowing the threat of Liverpool and knowing the threat of the German giants anyway of Bayern Munich. I felt both teams personally, defensively, were very resolute and very stubborn in the way in which they attacked and very stubborn in the way in which they did defend. Fantastic defensive performance. I want to shout out Kimmich for Bayern Munich, especially dealing with the threat of Sadio Mane and Andy Robinson. Even though he was on a yellow card, he will be missing for the second leg anyway. Rafinha will be replacing him ideally in the second leg, the Brazilian. Anyway, but for me, I felt he coped with Liverpool's presence down that left-hand flank very well. The times in which Liverpool and Mane did get the chances down that left-hand side, it was another case of the German international sweeping up down that right-hand side. For me, him, Hummels, both sides didn't have very much clear-cut chances, really, did they? I think, obviously, Bayern Munich only registered around about one shot on target in the 90 minutes, and Liverpool only had registered, as I've just seen then, 2 shots on target anyway, obviously, with 16 attempts for Liverpool and it was 9 attempts for Bayern Munich overall in the overall 90 minutes anyway. But the Bayern Munich did come away with more possession of the ball. I think that's something that a lot of us are really not used to. Liverpool not having a lot of possession of the football anyway, but that's what Bayern Munich do. They very much dictate a lot of their games, especially in the Bundesliga and especially in the Champions League over the last 5-6 years. That's why they've constantly got into the round of the semi-finals. I think it was like 5 times in the last 7, around about that anyway. But everyone, let me know your thoughts. Let me put your thoughts on the man of the matches as well. For both sides, really. For Liverpool, I felt Mohamed Salah, let me know your thoughts on Salah's game tonight. He was wasn't poor, he just found it very difficult. I felt with Alaba, the Austrian playing left back, he coped with Salah's presence. I think when we did see Salah tonight, he was very much forced out a lot wider than usual. He was not getting at all any space behind Sule and Hummels and Javi Martinez, the Spanish international. Those three, especially those three, they did cut out the space. Thiago Alcantara, he done well in terms of dictating the play. As I've already mentioned, the possession-wise, he was constantly taking it over. He didn't really put any threatening balls in behind Liverpool's back line, but I've got to shout out what we all thought as fans. We were like, oh, Virgil van Dijk is not playing tonight. Will it be a big of an issue? And tonight, shout out to Fabinho and shout out to Joel Matip anyway. Those two, when Robert did get in behind Liverpool's backline, was very rare. Obviously, he registered 1 shot on target, but they coped very well with the Polish international. Fabinho stepping in from a central defensive midfield role, 2 centre-back. Yeah, he has played there in his career anyway, and he did play there against Wolves earlier on in the season. But I felt tonight, a big European game, there was a lot of questions asked from in and around Liverpool supporters everywhere you looked. Could Liverpool cope with the threat of Robert Lewandowski, one of the most prolific strikers in the Champions League this season? Especially, I think he got the most goals in the group stages ahead of Lionel Messi and Cristiano anyway this year. So that is huge credit to the Brazilian and Joel Matip as well. Couple of well cleared balls, especially in and around the penalty area. Anyway, Liverpool, we'll talk about our chances. We did have some chances and we didn't really take them. I think that's something that every single one of us will agree and take away from this game. we should have at least easily scored one or two chances. They weren't clear-cut chances, but we just needed that little bit more patience in front of goal. It felt tonight that we were rushing our play, which was quite surprising, really. I think Jurgen Klopp will have a word with the lads anyway, but I want to know your thoughts in terms of the gameplay and the attacking play when we did get in those areas. Sadio Mane had the best opportunity, really, didn't he? I think it was a deflection off Sule or Hummels off the hands, but it's not a penalty. It deflected off, bounced off, and Sadio Mane, I don't think he expected that. He rushed his shot and very much scuffed it, hitting it wide anyway. But I think that just shows how very limited chances there were for both sides. That was the best chance, and obviously Sadio Mane in the last 10 minutes had that little glanced header. Manuel Neuer saved it. It was slightly hit the post anyway, but very well covered with the German shot stopper. For Manuel Neuer, when both keepers had really nothing to do, but I think from both sets of fans, we can, we talk about Alisson, his discipline in terms of passing around with the football, but Manuel Neuer we've seen tonight, and I think if you're a big watcher of German football, or we all know about Neuer, he's been a top class goalkeeper over the last 5 years, but tonight a couple of occasions when heart in the mouths for the Bayern Munich fans and for us, we're like, oh, he likes to dribble like Alisson. Both keepers do risk losing the possession of the ball anyway, but I felt Liverpool could have very much pressed a bit more, but I understand why they didn't, because if we very much press them too much and everyone is not pressing the gegenpressing at the right time, I felt there could have easily been gaps and spaces very much for Bayern Munich very much to exploit, because the quality in which they pose in the middle of the park, and Gnabry and the other lads on the wing as well, Kingsley Coman, the French World Cup winner, they can, given their day, when you have seen Bayern Munich this season, when I've seen highlights of what they've been doing this year, they can very much counter-attack at ease, bit like Liverpool, but in terms of both teams very much respected each other tonight, everyone. But for me, I'm happy with a draw. I would have liked to Liverpool, don't get me wrong, to have nicked a goal. That's the only thing that is missing from tonight's performance, everyone, as I think we will all agree, is a goal. It's going to be a very difficult task anyway, but one that we seen Liverpool do last year. It's a different kettle of fish anyway in terms of Bayern Munich, the powerhouse of German football. Liverpool know their job. They have to win at least over there in the Allianz Arena anyway. It'd be a fantastic game, but Liverpool's forwards, we need to be a lot more clinical when we go to the Allianz Arena. It'd be very similar to the Manchester City game that we had last year. For me personally, I felt that was the best away performance I've seen last year. For me personally, a lot of you obviously can agree to disagree in terms of that, but really I felt that's a performance in which we will need to replicate, or even better in terms of what we've done at the Etihad. Tonight we've seen a very resolute and different performance from Liverpool. It's not a different. It might be a different performance to a lot of fans watching Liverpool, but it's not a different performance to what we've been seeing from this Liverpool team. You could have swapped out Fabinho and Virgil van Dijk, and that would have been the same defensive display anyway. But I felt Fabinho, the lads at the back, defensively played fantastic tonight. The lads up front weren't poor. They just rushed their chances, really. But I felt there's still 90 minutes to go anyway. And Liverpool have got the quality, and we've shown over the last 12 months what we can do in European football. And we got to Kiev, and we've got 90 minutes, and Liverpool and the lads and Jurgen Klopp will very much drill them over the next coming 2 to 3 weeks. They know their job, and that's to win there in the Allianz Arena. By no means it's not going to be an easy job, but I tell you what, that will create a lot more space. The more Bayern Munich do come at Liverpool in that second leg, it will create a lot more space in and behind that Bayern Munich defence as well. Kimmich will be a huge miss in that second leg. Rafinha is by no means on a level of the same ability of the German right back, German first choice right back anyway. I think that's somewhere that Mane can exploit in the second leg. But Kimmich shouts out. I think for me, if I had to pick someone for Bayern Munich for man of the match, it would be Kimmich. And for me, man of the match was Henderson. I felt Jordan Henderson tonight, from a defensive point of view and in the attacking third anyway, he was very much not the only player, but one of the key Liverpool players that was looking for that forward thinking, driven through ball anyway. Defensively, always doubling up, and what I liked was Liverpool's wing backs, and both sets of teams, their wing backs were constantly doubling up against the opposition wingers anyway. Both sets of sides were very respectful, didn't give any space really in and behind anyway. But for me, man of the match for Liverpool would be Jordan Henderson. Let me know your thoughts as well. And Fabinho, he had a class game as well. But all of them did defensively as well. But we go again. So me everyone, and I'll see you in another episode as well. I will be getting involved in all your comments after the show anyway. But thank you so much, everyone, for getting involved, and have a lovely rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of the footy this week, and we've got Manchester United coming up on the horizon anyway. That's going to be a big game as well. So the big games do keep on coming thick and fast anyway. Every game this season for Liverpool is must win, and it's exciting. The more big games Liverpool do have, you know we're doing something right, aren't we? So everyone, have a quality rest of your night, and I will be replying all night to your comments as well. So let me know your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on Bayern Munich as well, their approach to the match, how you felt they played, how Liverpool can break this stubborn German side down, especially in that second leg. And let me know your thoughts generally on a bit of everything. And everyone, have a quality rest of your night. And as always, Reds, you'll never walk alone. Chilla.